everybody. So we're finally gonna finish this video where we goofed on it when we didn't do an intro or an ending to it. So we're gonna have a little bit extra and put them together and make one big video. But we're gonna do the new biscuit recipe. So you need self-rising flour, 1 stick of butter, and heavy whipping cream this time instead of sour cream. So we're gonna start with a cup of flour in our mixing bowl. And I know it doesn't sound like much, but you're gonna add flour to it as we roll it out and knead it together. So starting with a smaller amount this time anyway. So alright, keep your flour handy, you're gonna need more. So then we're gonna take our stick of butter straight out of the fridge. So you want it cold. I don't know what difference that makes, but the lady that told me about this said it makes a difference. So that's what I do. But just kind of shave it off. Shred it up in there. This one is, I guess, a little bit more involved than the sour cream one, but have to take Tim's word for it because he told me to throw the other recipe away and keep this one. And it's not hard at all. It's just a little bit more involved. Takes a little bit more time, but it's worth it. They're really good.
And those sour cream biscuits was good, but I don't know, something different about these. Better.
He said these are like flakier biscuits. So, but while you're doing all this, though, do preheat your oven to 400. That's what we're going to bake them on.
What are you cooking yours on? Like a sheet or cast iron?
I'm putting them in my skillet. I cook almost everything in cast iron if there's any way I can help it. I mean, even a lot of casseroles I'll cook in cast iron. To us, it makes everything taste better. I did not know you had that on my face. I thought you were watching the butter.
No, it's better cooking in cast iron. Especially if you got a good season pan or pot, whatever you.
And that's one reason I was going to make biscuits today, on top of what my father has requested for dinner tonight, or this evening. But I need to season that skillet.
We're going to do it right here. With some biscuits.
This works.
Alright, she gets that wrapped up.
We'll be right back. Alright, so we got our butter shredded into the flour. Now you want a pastry blender, I think is what it's called. Technical term. But you see a recipe where it says cut in the butter or cut in the lard or whatever. My mama said that little doohickey right there is what they mean to use. So I guess that's why you want the butter cold too. But I just did that. I just mopped this floor too. Alright, so you just keep blending these together until your flour's going to get kind of crumbly, I guess is the best way to say it. You got to keep scraping the butter out of it. It'll pile up in them little blades. So you're going to be getting slimy with butter by the time you're done. So, but you don't want to do it too much, or it'll make it hard when they come out. So, alright, but you get it pretty well, just kind of crumbly, and there in the bowl. Like little chunks of it, but it's pretty well blended. So, alright, then comes your cream. Heavy whipping cream. If I can open it. Alright. Now this is the part I hadn't really gotten down pat yet. These are the biscuits we had with Brother Sammy and Miss Jolene the other night. So I'm still working on getting it exactly right. So we're going to start with a 1/2 cup of cream. Pour it in. And then I use a fork for this part. But you just kind of gently, just kind of keep folding it all in. And it's going to be really sticky. I did it with my hands the first couple times, but I was having serious issues getting the dough to stay in the bowl. So I've been using a fork for this part. So it's not quite there. Still a little bit lumpy, I guess. It's not really blending. So we're going to add a 1/4 cup more of cream. See what that does. I think that's what I ended up with the other night, was 3/4 cup. But it's easier to add more than try to take away and re-blend it. Okay, so it's good and sticky. Most of the dry flour is blended in.
So pretty much you just want this to turn color.
Yeah, just about. But it starts sticking together. It's almost like melted marshmallow consistency, I guess. It's super, super sticky. But that's where the rest of the flour comes in. So, scoop some of my mess out of the way. Okay, now, and this is still your self-rising flour. Put your good healthy pile on there. Alright, and then we're just gonna scrape all the stickiness right out into that puddle of flour. Don't want to come out the bowl. This is just like a super sticky dough.
But it's worth it when it comes out the oven.
It is. If you have any of these little, whatever you call them, no stick, what's that term? Silicone?
I guess.
Is that what that is? I think. Whatever that oven safe junk is.
Cake knife. That's what I.
Frosting spreader. Yeah. That's what he calls them. Okay, so shake you out a little bit in your hands. Like I said, it's super sticky. So then just keep the flour on it and just kind of fold it. Like kind of scoop you up some of the flour when you go to bring it up, and just keep folding that flour into it. And you'll feel it working through, and there'll be less and less sticky spots like that. And this was not part of the instructions given to me. This is just what I've kind of learned by trial and error with this. It's been fun though. I like trying out new recipes where I have to use my brain to figure it out and make it work.
I like that end result.
That's all you're worried about, huh? Okay, so, and again, you don't want to knead it too much, because if you overwork dough, it's not a super good result. So, alright, I'm going to mash it into a ball. Make sure I got a good coating of flour on my countertop. Rolling pins are helpful for this part. And too, I always just kind of smear extra flour on my hands, on my rolling pin, to help scoop myself. Help keep the dough from sticking to it too. So I'm just kind of keep working it out. I don't know, maybe like a 1/2 inch thick. Just kind of gently roll it. You don't want to hurt it. So, alright, and then just start cutting them out. And I'm going to plop them over in my iron skillet over here.
Mm-hmm.
And then good grief. And these I smushed them up together really hard last time. And these rose a whole lot more and got a whole lot fluffier than the sour cream biscuits ever did.
Don't drop
it. Jasper'd be on that too. Okay. And then smush it all up and start over. But you don't have to work it near as much this time. You spread your flour out a little bit more. See, it's such a flaky crust. It doesn't even really want to stay together.
But they don't turn out like super flaky though. They're just good.
Soft.
Yeah.
They're good.
Good biscuit. Alright.
See, it just kind of falls apart.
Jasper, to get that.
Sticking to the counter. That's what my problem is. Didn't put enough flour under there. On that side of it anyway. Okay. You see, I'm pushing them together pretty good. And last time I made 2 little moon-shaped ones.
You got your oven?
Because it does work. Yeah, it's at 400. Because it does work a lot better. Like they rose more, I guess. When I smashed them pretty good together. It's really not bad to eat by itself either.
No. Get some honey and throw on them bad boys. Get after it.
I meant the dough, silly.
Uh-huh.
It's pretty good too.
No. Well,
Yeah.
give it however long.
Well, I'm gonna put them in for, I think, 20 minutes or 21 minutes. Let me rinse my hand.
Meanwhile, we're going to be cooking fish.
Frying fish.
Frying fish. We got the oil warming over there.
Got some
You ready to go?
river catfish fillet. We're going to start at 20 minutes.
Bam.
Might have to add a moment or 2 to it.
We'll be back.
Alright.
Go time.
It's time. See what we just created. And I did have to add 1 more minute though, y'all. So, total of 21 minutes.
Just golden, beautiful biscuits for everybody. Man.
Oh, let me
Get one off here and show everybody.
That's what I'm fixing
Hurry
to do. So y'all can see, these do get fluffier.
Flipper, just flip that bag on. Look at that.
That's why I like cast iron. They get the bottoms good.
You can't get that in no grocery store. Or out of a bag. And
Look, that one got pretty fluffy too.
Oh yeah.
Look,
She's
it did it
focusing now.
again.
Look at there.
The ones that I don't cut out with my little biscuit cutter are the fluffiest. See, that's the one that's just mashed together. But either way, Now we got hot biscuits and honey butter to go with fried catfish and coleslaw tonight.
Mm-hmm.
All the men in my life should be happy.
Oh yeah.
And see
Get a full belly.
how beautifully it seasons your iron skillet there.
Just wipe her out.
Yeah, I just let it cool off. Wipe it out with a paper towel. Get the fish fry stuff out of the way. But yep, there's hot biscuits, y'all. So we're gonna mix this in with the crawfish stuff video and finally get that out to everybody.
Y'all get a twofer on this one.
Yep.
So
Who knows? We might video frying catfish and make another one.
What am I trying to tell the people here? Ingredients and recipe will stick in the description. That way.
Yep, for this and the crawfish stuff.
Yep. So.
But there you have it, guys. Sorry again, it took us so long.
Hope y'all enjoy. Get that thing gonna focus. There we go at the very end. All right, y'all. God bless you. Lord willing. See y'all on the next one.
That's it. Hey, y'all. Okay, we're gonna make a run at the crawfish concoction. Whatever we decided to call it. We still don't know. Unless Lee and Miss Renee thought of something. But either way, we're going to go with that. So, you want to come to the crock pot? I mean, the thing.
Bring the camera.
Yeah, you come. Bring the camera too. See how this goes. Okay. Now, we tried to be a little bit more prepared this time. So, we got a 2-pound block of Velveeta cheese and a block of cream cheese. And just cut it up into little cubes, put it in your crock pot, and let her start melting down. So, we're going to add into that, since it's started melting pretty good. You can see we're kind of building. We're going to do 2 cups of milk. And this is the stuff we had made, thinking about making a dip, a crawfish dip, when Lee came to visit. But I had made it too thin. I was like, oh no. So we just put it over rice, and it worked really good. So if you want it to be thicker, then just do a cup of milk in with it. And then...
It's good with some rice.
Yeah, I mean, we ended up eating it. It's almost like a etouffee, but you don't start with a roux. Alright, so we got Old Bay seasoning. It's a seafood... It says seafood, poultry, salads, and meats, but down here you mostly use it for seafood. So, technically crawfish ain't seafood, but it's really good stuff. So, if it'll come out, we're going to do 2 tablespoons of this. Just kind of dump it in there. There's like a harder piece. Oops, we spilled a little bit. It's okay. It'll be good. Alright, we got that. And then because I didn't have any fresh garlic, we're going to dump some garlic powder in. Technically cheating, but it'll work. I don't know how much.
To taste?
Yeah, to taste. It depends on how much you like garlic. Alright, and then, because you can't make anything in the South without Tony's. It goes on literally everything. And it's to taste too, but we want lots and lots of seasoning in there for the crawfish. So, there's that. Where'd that thing go? Alright. You want to You got all your cheese already melting, so you just want to mix all that up real good. Yeah, see, it's melting good down in there. That cream cheese takes the longest.
By the time you get done building, if you're going to warm things up,
Yeah.
it won't take it too long.
Yeah. So you just kind of mash it all, mix it all up, and it'll keep melting too as we go. So, alright. We're going to put a lid on that just to help it melt a little bit quicker. And then we got bell pepper, and I did a sweet Vidalia onion this time. Well, half of each. Half a bell pepper, half the onion. And it was a medium, average size onion. But I threw a hunk of butter in there. We're going to saute that while that finishes melting. And then my sweetheart, it was so kind when I've been so grumpy today, cut up Kaneka sausage. That goes in everything too. But we got a half a pound cut up, I think.
Roughly a half pound.
And like we just slice it in circles and then slice them in half. Make little bite-sized pieces. That's some kind of seasoned sausage or something.
Well, it's a hickory smoke. Then you got different flavors on it, whether you want just a hickory smoke or a mild or there's a Cajun brand as well.
Drop that in the sink. I'm hoping that'll melt on down pretty quick for us. And y'all, usually, and this was my mess up, I thought I still had a pound of ground deer meat in the freezer, but I didn't. And we had already been to the store, and it's been a long, long day. So, normally you would add a pound of ground beef if you don't eat venison, but we like the ground deer meat in it really good. But, like I said, I was out on accident, and we wasn't going back to the store. So, we're doing without it tonight, but it'll be okay.
But make sure you put either ground beef or your deer meat in there.
It's a lot better.
Oh, yeah. But we have the recipe in the comment section there for everybody, and it will have to add ground
That's the
beef
only thing we're missing
deer meat.
tonight. But, and we're taking this to church tomorrow, so I can swing in the grocery store and brown that beef at church and put it in. And it'll work just fine. Alright, so those are just about tender enough, because this is going to cook for a little while too.
She going?
Yeah, just trying. Just thinking about it.
Oh yeah,
We may have to pause it till that cream cheese softens down. Or we can get this done and work on the biscuits. I'm going to mash it all up together. This is technically a slow cooker, not a crock pot. So it takes it a little while longer to get heated up. Just thinking about coming together. So let that keep going a moment. Alright, those are good and soft.
Too bad we ain't got smell-o-vision.
I dumped too much butter over in there. So I'm turn that off. Let them sit for a moment. Well, we can start with biscuits again.
Well, what else we got here?
I had a frog in the throat.
I think there we go.
Rotel tomatoes. And y'all, if you don't see the actual Rotel in the store, all it is diced tomatoes and sliced up green chilies put together.
Here's one of the secrets.
Yeah.
super sweet white corn. That's what you want. Put in that bad boy whenever we go to mixing all this up here in a minute. But
and if y'all are thinking,
makes
boy,
it good
that's
too.
really random ingredients, it's because it was just one of those, let's go see what's in the cabinet that we can throw together real quick. So,
And it ended up turning being pretty good.
not too bad.
So
alright, I'm going to get the biscuit stuff out, and then we'll go from there.
see you, man. Alright.
We're back.
We're going to get to the nuts and bolts things now.
Yeah. Ooh, I don't
Got her.
see
I'm sure. I'll come back and get y'all in just a minute. Y'all hold on. Got a half pan of connection.
We got Rotel and corn. Opened up, but don't drain them. You put the juice and everything in.
Yes.
And then
Get
the best.
Crawfish tails, some sort. Fresh is better, but not everybody lives along the Gulf Coast or Louisiana especially.
Yeah.
So a lot of places you can get cooked crawfish tails. This is 3/4 of a pound is what you're gonna put in there.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna do it very last though.
Yeah, you got your bell pepper and onion ready.
Yes, already. Waiting on you.
You can get over here. Get y'all off this. Get up. Tripod.
What else dropping? Jasper, you don't want the bell pepper, bud. Okay, I'm gonna pop that lid off then. Those things are pretty.
Show y'all what we're looking like.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty well all that Velveeta's melted down. Like she said a while ago, that cream cheese takes a little bit longer. But
I should have cut it up some.
well, you can kind of time it with your crawfish even though they're fully cooked. So you figure about the time we put our crawfish in a few minutes. But whenever your cream cheese is all the way melted, grab a bowl and some rice and get after it.
Alright, we're going to dump in our bell pepper and Vidalia onion. Okay. Oops.
Look at that halo around it. That tells you it's good right there. See it on camera?
That's pretty. Okay. Then we're going to put our Rotel wherever it went. Rotel and super sweet white corn.
It's a little can, so if you're looking for it, don't be looking for no huge can.
Short guy there. Okay. That all mixed up together.
I smell it. Once again, wish y'all could smell that. If you cook it, then you will know. Yeah, I'm going to enjoy this.
It really does smell good. Okay. Yeah, see? That cream cheese is just about melted down. Oh, I forgot to turn that timer on.
Biscuits are ready.
Yeah. Let's see. We didn't show y'all making these because I ain't never made them before. In just a minute.
Let it go another minute or two.
I'm going to put it on 15 minutes.
It's a new biscuit recipe.
It is brand new. Okay, back to here. Alright, I'm going to dump our connected in. And tell y'all, all of this is like, everything is to taste. Y'all probably get tired of me saying it, but I mean, everything's to taste and nothing's measured down here.
No, just
at all.
Go with it. It's good. I promise you that. Look, tell y'all a story real quick. That Kaneka sausage right there. Old boy I knew one time. He wasn't the brightest bulb in the batch, if you will. But he said, man, he said, I ate some of that Kaneka sausage. And you talk about good. And for a minute, he had us stumped. We're like, what are you talking about? Kaneka sausage? Then it hit us. Kaneka.
I was like, man.
But, yeah. I was like, my Lord, man, come on. What are we doing?
Throw that
Crawfish?
Yeah, fixing the crawfish. I think that's it. It would probably really help me if I write down the recipe one day. I might make it the same way twice.
Well, technically we do have a recipe. We sent it to Lee, Kodiak Farm.
Yeah.
So we just have to pull it off the email. That's probably what we're going to do, is just copy that.
But we usually think about that right about this point in the cooking process when we're pretty well done.
Oh, everything's there. Like I said, the only thing we're missing is the beef or the deer meat.
Jasper.
Man, that steam coming off that thing, fogging it up.
Oh, it's fogging up the camera. Alright, hang on. Hold that just a second. I gotta get the biscuits.
Excuse me, y'all.
See if they are ready.
Let me see if I can do one of these fancy little.
It's the winning shot right there.
That's it right there. That's 1,000,000 views.
Oh, you know what? You better be prepared for that smoke alarm. It usually goes off when I get the oven this hot.
Yeah, what you pulling out the oven? Biscuits? Okay.
That one got really fluffy. I've never tried this recipe before. I'm kind of excited.
Let's see how it goes. Alright, now, what we're going to do,
business.
Let it sit and idle for a while?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, a gumbo or an etouffee or something. The longer it sits and soaks up them seasonings and juices, the better it's going to be. It's always better the next day, for sure. So, yeah, it's ready. I mean, because the smoked sausage is cooked fully and the crawfish is cooked, so technically you could eat it now, but it'll be a whole lot better if you wait a while and just let it simmer.
Fix you a pot of rice. That's what you do with this. You can do chips and dip, don't get me wrong, but
yeah, like
you really want a pot of rice with this.
Yeah, we like it way better with rice, but you know, you can just half the milk or even less than that and just thicken it up into a dip. But either way, that's the finished product. It's ready. I ain't gonna turn it down to low now though.
We'll let her simmer up good. Because I'm going to get me a bowl of it. Make sure it's good enough to eat for everybody at church. Then, we'll see y'all in a few.